Welcome back to StrangePlay, where we are now playing as Alucard.
So, presumably he's going to have a different moveset.
I doubt it for this one, to be honest.
Oh, that's sad.
As soon as I entered the Great Hall, I felt drawn to the mysterious mirror in the centre. The world reflected in it trembled with every step I took until it disappeared completely. I saw a terrible vision of a pale man kneeling beside my corpse, examining the last entry on my scroll. Cool. He saw that scene play out. That's weird, isn't it? This must be the Mirror of Fate. Cool. I do love how the castle looks, though. Like, it's a great looking game, and even though it's just the HD textures put over the
modelling of a 3DS game.
Yeah, I think it's fantastic.
It looks like he's got a bit of a different gait on his run as well.
Yeah.
Comparatively to Simon. Like he's sort of stooped over a little bit.
Yeah. It's sort of like he's running with a different kind of purpose.
Yeah. Menacing.
It's story time. The gargoyles leapt from the columns and landed by my side with a look of curiosity. I began to get rid of my belongings in the hope of distracting them. First they chewed with pleasure on my sword, then my boot, my helmet, and finally a dagger. But what fascinated them was the taste of my magic medallion, which is now lost to me. Do you reckon we've got to find a magic medallion?
I'm just stuck on the fact that he's chewing on a magic sword. Like, I'm surprised you didn't laugh at that when you went over it. Because it's what popped out of me instantly.
What, your sword?
Yeah. This guy again.
I wonder if... Alright, as far as different movesets go with Alucard, he doesn't have the shield and...
the Riri and whatever,
yeah.
Harvey or whatever the fuck they're called.
Schneider. Where's that?
So, presumably he'll get his own versions of them.
Yeah, fingers crossed. There we go. Fuck you, Skelly Bones. I like his combat cross. Looks
You still
like,
get the dynamite throw, or the fire throw, whatever Simon had for the
Yeah.
skeletons.
And another scroll. The large bell located atop the clock tower was once used both to indicate the time and to send warnings to the inhabitants of the castle of immediate attacks. I pray that the day comes in which its throng is heard again as a sign of victory of light over darkness. Ooh, yeah. Oh, that's cool. Oh. Ow. Just, yeah, he doesn't... Alucard doesn't roll either. He, dashes.
Yeah, it's subtle, isn't it? But it's not, like, totally game-changing.
Yeah, it's just different animations for the same moves. Which works for me.
They could have just used the exact same, like, 3D modelling, you know, and just done it across every character.
Yeah, just had it as a skin change instead of, an actual model change.
Yeah. So work has been put in. It's not like it's just...
Oh, yeah, definitely. And the dash is reminiscent of his Symphony of the Night dash. Which is always nice to see.
I always remember playing on PlayStation 1 and like being totally enamoured by the like fantastically camp voiceover.
Oh,
like, it was so...
The voice acting was special, wasn't
it? Yeah. The thing is, like back then, there weren't really that many games that were fully voice acted.
No, so to sort of have it was a little bit groundbreaking.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm trying to think games that did have like full voice acting. Metal Gear Solid were one.
Yeah.
That were fully voice acted.
Oh, what the fuck is this? I don't like the look of this. It's like... I don't want to remember you. You look like an insect bird lion. Whoa.
In like mythology, well, not even mythology, just like, you know, like olden days, there were you know, like people thought there were oh god, like minotaurs and what have you, and they thought they were real. There were one that were a head of a lion but the body of an ant, which sort of reminds me of what this fucking monstrosity is meant to be.
A little bit excessive, isn't it? Right.
What a swine.
Alucard doesn't need to breathe, so don't worry about your oxygen supply while underwater. That's cool. Objective has changed. We're up. So we're in the sky, but underwater.
This will be from when, you know, you filled the moat up earlier on in the game, I'm guessing.
I'm gonna say yes, but I don't remember.
Yeah, earlier on in the game, do you know when you were playing as Simon and you were sort of racing up to the top and then it bust out the water and it filled the moat? I'm guessing this is the section that... Because if you look, it's underwater. Like the actual, like the moat stuff.
Oh yeah, I know what you mean.
You look at the back, it looks like it's meant to be over water, but it's not anymore.
Yeah. I wonder what's around here. It's always good to explore in these games, so you never know what you're going to get.
They're basically built round exploring.
Yeah, and backtracking and... But they're so well crafted. That's why I'm genuinely impressed with this one, because, you know, it's made by Mercury Steam, and they've still managed to capture what makes Castlevania Castlevania.
I think as well... Oh, go on.
In the last 3 decades, a new shadow has spread, darkening the land. A huge tower higher than Camilla's proclaims the supremacy of the current Dark Lord. The Brotherhood soldiers will not rest until this abomination is destroyed, along with its current master. No one likes Dracula.
He is a bit of a cad, let's be honest.
I like him. Ex-goth though, innit? Like, gotta look after my boy.
You aren't a goth, you're an emo.
I was a goth. I had a big goth coat and long goth hair and dark goth makeup.
Fucking emo.
I was never an emo. I was just a miserable fucker. There's a difference.
Going back to the mechanics of this game, with the exploring and stuff, like, I think some games could learn from this. Like, you know, with the notes. If you remember early on in the game, you could put like notes, because that was something that always like frustrated me. I remember playing Metroid Prime when it came out and having like a notepad.
Yeah.
Where I'd have to write stuff down, going like, "Oh, there's like a missile in ice here, or like an energy tank. Do I need to come back? Like, I can't get it now."
Yeah.
And just having that in the game as like a mechanic, going, "Oh, look, Joe, you can actually physically put like a note down and say, hey, if you get time, revisit here, you know, when you've got the powers to..." Oh, that's cool. You know, back throwing.
Yeah. I do like chucking bats. And it's nice as well because they Alucard's kept the same level that Simon was.
Mm-hmm.
So there's no like going back to the drawing board, as it were. You know what? Fuck it. Because there's a few places to explore in here. Can I go up there? No. Alright, let's go down. And see what's below.
Well,
My
just
guess,
keep
monsters.
expanding the map. If you keep expanding the map until it's like, it won't go any further.
Yeah.
Just to explore, like that's, like we said, it's the whole point of these games is to get in every nook and cranny.
Oh, thank fuck for that. He's still got the same attacks. He's got the same special attacks. Or some of them anyway. Because this one is really useful for guard breaking.
Mm-hmm.
Water began to rush into the cave before I could take off the heavy armour I was wearing. I held my breath and swam with all my might to the surface, pulling off the many pieces of metal that protected me as fast as I could muster. But alas, the faces of my wife and children haunt me as the darkness surrounds me. It's too late. Begs the question, how the fuck did he manage to write a scroll as he was drowning?
Yeah.
I mean, I don't want to be pedantic in a game where weird shit happens all the time, but also, what is a merman tadpole? That sounds a bit like a sperm.
What would be mad is if that was Simon's doing. I don't think it is. Like, this has been flooded before.
Yeah, I know what you mean though. So like, if Simon,
his consequences of him flooding the things actually killed someone without him realising it.
that would have been cool. I mean, like, they've all been dead here for years, but that would have been very cool. Can I? No.
I tell you what, he's got some like body strength to swim in all that fucking clothing. I don't know whether you did your like job when you were at school, doing the all swimming in your pajamas and shit, but it wasn't fucking easy.
Alucard's a vampire, isn't he? He's got super strength. He's got vampire strength and a non-vegetarian diet, so he's really, really strong.
He's not got puny vegan strength. You know we're gonna catch hate for that.
Like, yeah, fuck it. I've been vegetarian for 20 years. I'm allowed to hate on myself. Self-loathing is the purest form of expression.
Oh.
I'm gonna explore the floor. Yeah, something's gonna come out. A sperm. Get off, Alucard. Oh, fuck's sakes. Get up. Oh, you cheeky little fucker. I'll throw some bats at you. Have some bats. And you as well. Oh, he died. Oh man, tell me all the way back here.
Can you still do the like execution things? The grabs and what
Yeah, but it's dependent on like when it lets you do it, because it's only when they flash,
right?
and that's when you've done like so much damage to them. But sometimes you do too much damage and they'll just die.
Yeah, there's like a sweet spot for getting all of them.
Yeah. I wonder, because there's got to be something. Otherwise, there'd be no point putting this here. There you go. Look, cheeky little secret. Another story. Let's see who died this time. Scattered throughout the castle, I've noticed strange doors adorned with the shape of a beast. Based on my research, these seals seem to have been installed to limit access for the weaker creatures to certain parts of the castle. I wish I had the strength to break them and discover the secrets hidden on the other side. But I'm dead, so... shit. Right. Let's slap them about a bit. Right, I fucked that one up. Dash out of the way. Throw some bats at you. Oh, fuck off with your electric nonsense. I was doing really well against that fucking boss, and now I'm against, like, plebs. I'm getting battered.
It's always same though, isn't it? Like, you think... with these games, like, you think, well, how is that a boss? Like, there's worse things to come.
Yeah. That was a fun boss, though. I had a lot of fun with that boss.
It's like, you'll play a game, and, like, the optional bosses will be, like, the hardest shit in the game.
Yeah.
Like, the final boss will be, like, a pushover comparatively. And it's like, well, why want that boss, like, the antagonist? Like, you know?
Well, it's because it's optional. Like, it's for people who want a challenge. Like, Final Fantasy VII was great for it because they'd have the weapons, like Emerald and Ruby. You can do whoa. Like, Sephiroth, not a problem when you're leveled up, but you really need to know your shit to do Emerald and Ruby weapon. So it's just kind of nice to have, like, a challenge for the more...
People want to go deep.
Yeah. Yeah, like...
I don't even like Final Fantasy and I know about those bosses. That's how iconic they are.
Yeah. Like, they're great bosses. I've only ever done Emerald weapon. I've never done Ruby. I've never been able to. Emerald, though. When I did Emerald, fuck me, that was like one of my gaming achievements right there.
How long are those boss fights? Are we talking like half an hour, an hour?
Yeah, for Emerald weapon, it took me about 25 minutes.
It's mad considering because most of the stuff in that game, from what I played of it, can be beaten in like 5-10 minutes.
Yeah. The thing is, depending on, like, if you know the game and if you know the mechanics and how things work and, you know, whatever, I've seen videos of people take it out in seconds, like absolute seconds, because there's Vincent's final weapon is its power's dependent on how many enemies he's killed.
Right.
And when you've killed so many enemies with him,
Basically
holding
one
that,
shot.
it breaks it, and
Yeah.
it's basically instant kill on anything. And it's just really funny to see a video of him like walk up to Emerald weapon, just one shot, and it's fucking dead.
It reminds me of well, not 100% like for like, but in Ocarina of Time, you can kill the last boss with a Deku stick.
Yeah.
So you can basically like just, cause it's no values and stuff. Like it's just they didn't think about that when they were making the game, because you weren't meant to do it. And
Well, you've got to do other steps to get to the point that the Deku stick does it, because it's speedrunners use it. It's a speedrun tactic.
Yeah.
Right. We are out of time for this episode. Time goes quickly when you're Alucard in a castle.
That it does.
But I'm gonna get to this safe spot here because I want Alucard to be safe and sound when we leave him. So thanks again for watching, and we will see you next time.
Goodbye.